Honeycomb bread is a buttery bread that is shaped into small balls, packed together into a honeycomb pattern, just like this. And the bread is sweet, buttery, and super delicious, super versatile, because you can enjoy over a cup of coffee or tea. In your bowl, you're going to add in 1 cup of lukewarm milk. Next, you're going to add in 15 grams of instant yeast, that is 2 teaspoons. Add in a third cup of sugar. Because I'm using instant yeast for this recipe, I'm not going to wait for the yeast to bloom. But if you're using dry yeast, you're going to wait for around 5 minutes so that the yeast can bloom. Next, I'm going to gradually add in my all-purpose flour, together with salt, crack in an egg. I'm going to mix in the wet and dry ingredients until a shaggy dough is formed, which is going to take around a minute or 2. Scrub the bottom of your bowl to make sure all the wet and dry ingredients are forming a shaggy dough, which is going to take around a minute. If you notice that your dough is on the wet side, you're going to sprinkle in with all-purpose flour until the dough is soft. And if you notice that it's too dry, just add in a tablespoon of milk at a time until you get the perfect consistency of your dough, which is going to be soft. Once you have a shaggy dough just like this, you're going to add in a tablespoon of margarine. Fold in the margarine into the dough until fully combined. It's going to be a little bit messy while kneading the margarine into the dough, but after around 2 to 3 minutes, it's going to get very soft and it won't be messy anymore. All these ingredients are going to make our bread so delicious. The milk is going to add in creaminess into the bread, while the sugar is going to slightly add sweetness into the bread. The egg is going to add in fluffiness into the bread, while the instant yeast is going to make the bread rise while baking in the oven. The little pinch of salt that we added is going to balance the sweetness in the bread, while the margarine is going to make the bread very soft once done baking. If you have a stand mixer, it's going to be very easy for you, because you're going to add all the ingredients into the bowl and let the stand mixer work on its own, which is going to be very efficient. This is after around 3 minutes, and as you can see, the dough is finally coming together. So I'm going to knead for 2 more minutes. After 5 minutes, this is how your dough is going to be looking, and as you can see, it's very soft, not sticky at all. So now you're going to tuck in the bottom just like this to form a smooth round shape on top. Transfer back into your bowl, then you're going to cover with the cling film. And the cling film is going to prevent the dough from drying out. Next, you're going to be resting the dough for around 1 hour for the dough to double up in size and also for the glutens to relax. You're going to be preheating your oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes, ready for your dough. One hour in, this is how my dough is looking. So I'm going to punch to remove the excess air pockets and transfer to my countertop. So I'm going to sprinkle in some all-purpose flour. Knead the dough for around 30 seconds. This is to remove any excess air pockets in the dough. Then I'm going to roll using my hands, just like this. Use my bench scraper and cut the dough in half. And I'm going to be working on one piece. I'm going to tuck my dough in the bottom once more, sprinkle a little bit more flour on my working surface, and using the palm of my hands, I'm going to move my dough front and backwards just like this, stretching out the dough. You can see it's super elastic because once you push, the dough stretches. Cut into small pieces just like this, making sure they're the same size. I'm going to pick my dough and tuck in the bottom just like this, making sure I have a smooth top. Then I'm going to be transferring to a prepped up tin. I'm going to repeat with the rest of the dough, and it's going to take around 2 to 3 minutes at most. While placing the dough on the baking tin, make sure to evenly space because the dough is going to double up in size again before baking. And as you can see, it's so easy to work with the dough because it's not sticky at all. Once done, I'm going to cover with a kitchen towel so that the dough can double up in size once more for around 10 minutes while I roll out the rest of the dough. Ten minutes in, this is how my dough is looking. As you can see, it has doubled up in size again. So you're going to need an egg yolk, which you're going to spread on the dough so that you can get a nice golden brown color. You can also spread some milk. Once done, I'm going to sprinkle some sesame seeds on top. Once done spreading the sesame seeds, you're going to be baking your honeycomb bread at 180 degrees Celsius for around 20 minutes. My bread is ready and this is how it has turned out, and as you can see, it's looking so gorgeous with a very nice crust. And ta-da! I have 2 honeycomb breads which are looking spectacular. For the second bread, I added in some black sesame seeds, as you can see, so it's looking super gorgeous. You'll need a sugar syrup for the recipe. So what you're going to do is add in some sugar or honey into a small pot, add in water, then you're going to wait for everything to come to a boil, ready to spread on your freshly baked bread. So I'm going to use my kitchen brush and baste my bread with some of the syrup. This is how my honeycomb bread is looking, and the kitchen has been smelling so good while the bread was baking. As you can see, the top has a golden brown color from using the egg yolk. We have sesame seeds which are making the bread so colorful, and after adding in the syrup, let me tell you, each bite is going to be amazing. So hope you'll be giving this recipe a try, and it will only take around 1.5 hours, and it will be truly worth it.